Joao Felix to Chelsea. Here we go. What it do, my people? It's Aiden back here with another one. I'm excited to bring you this one. It's a video I've been waiting for. Joao Felix has officially signed for Chelsea. Whew, here we go. There we land. Whatever you guys get your news from, whether it be me, Fabrizio Romano, anyone, we got a lot to talk about today. Check out the agenda out. So let's get right into it, guys. Joao Felix. Woof, that's going to be the main topic of today, but let's look at some other transfer news around the world today. First order of business, check on the agenda right now. Richard Rios to PSG, $20 million bid. Woof! Now, this is one I've been excited to report about, but wow, let's get right into it. Yo, Richard Rios is a very, very, very talented player. If you watch his Copa America performance, you'll really see how much talent the player possesses. He's got that understanding of the game that can't be taught. And I've made a whole scouting report. I'll link it in the description. But he has really an understanding of the game. And Luis Enrique is he's a coach that uses a lot of tactics that can be sometimes complex for his players to understand. He's worked with top players like Messi, Suarez, Neymar. I think Richard Rios could work really well in their system. He's going to get that Champions League experience. PSG might not be the club for him. It might be, but I think he will work really well under Luis Enrique. He will have a lot of experience, and it's just going to open it up. The 20 million euro bid is really just what you want to decide for yourself. Is 20 million too much for a player who only really had one good campaign? He's coming off the bench for Palmeiras right now, but he's playing a couple of games. So your understanding of the game, it obviously comes down to his 20 million euro bid. Manchester United weren't going to pay that. PSG are willing to. They got a little bit more money in the bank to spend on a player like that. I think it's a good signing. 20 million is a perfect valuation, but for some it's probably not because he's only had one good campaign, but look how good that campaign was. He took Colombia to the Copa America final. I know I'm a Chelsea fan, but I got to report the news, Whew. Mikel Merino has officially signed for Arsenal. Yeah, that's going to be scary. Mikel Merino, he's a very talented player. He's got a lot of skills. He's going to work really well under Mikel Arteta. He's going to get that. He's going to work really well. Arsenal have a disgusting midfield right now. You got Odegaard, you got Declan Rice, you got all of these players, and now you're adding Mikel Merino into the squad. I'm looking at that. They have, I'm a Chelsea fan, and it's sad to say this, but they have a midfield that is Real Madrid quality in terms of the amount of depth they possess. They have so many players. They have a player for each day of the week in that midfield, and it's really nice to see that. Speaking of Premier League midfielders, Gundogan has just accepted a Man City contract. He's coming back to the Prem, and Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, Premier League fans, y'all better be scared, yo, because Gundogan, he's got anger. He was kicked out. I think Barcelona, Juan Laporte is doing a lot of wrong things at Barcelona. He's not doing business. I don't know what he's doing there. He's kicking out Gundogan, who, when you look at Barca's team, they're very young. You got Ferman Lopez, you got Pedri, you got Gavi, you got all these young players. But you look around and there's no really captain there. But that's what Gundogan was. He was captain in that midfield, and he was so good. He was the second best player in La Liga for a midfielder behind Jude Bellingham. And now they're kicking him out. They're saying that's for wage bills. But now they're trying to sign Rafael Leao and Federico Chiesa. I don't know where they think they're going to get the money for this, because they're not going to be able to afford them. Now, the Manuel Ugarte situation has changed up. I've been reporting about this since like 2 months ago. Since July, we've been reporting about this. And now, the deal has not collapsed, but we're looking now at a loan deal. For a 1-year loan, they're closing in on it. It's a loan with an obligation to buy, so he could end up. I feel like this is really good loan with obligations to buy, or really good deals for players, because it gives you like a little bit of a sample of a player. Okay, is he going to fit in? How is he going to work in Ten Hag's squad? You got Manoy, you got Casemiro, you got all those center defensive midfielders. How is he going to fit in? What is his role going to be in? He's going to replace Scott McTominay. He's going to replace Sofyan Amrabat. How is he going to work, though? See if he has a really good first season or not. But it's really good for the managers to really see, is this player worth it? Should we be paying 40, 50, 60 million for him? Alright, I know I talk about this a lot. I've definitely made a lot of YouTube shorts about it, but I don't think I've mentioned it in a long video. Cuomo's signings. Woof. If you look at them a couple of years ago, they weren't actually playing professional football. They they made one big sign a couple years ago, Cesc Fabregas. He was at the end of his career. They made him a promise. They said, when you retire, you'll become our head coach. He is doing wonders with that club. Sergio Roberto has just been signed with Como. They got Nico Paz from Real Madrid. Absolute baller. I don't know how they pulled that one off. They got Maximino Perron from Man City. And now they're bringing in some veteran, Sergio Roberto. They were also linked to David De Gea before he chose Fiorentina. They have a quality squad. They got a good manager. I'm excited to see how they are. But they did lose their opening match versus Juve. But Juve, that's another thing. That's next on the agenda, yo. Juve have stepped their foot down. You have to see. New manager. The Algeri era is over. Or it's over. There is nothing left. And that's next on the agenda. The Juve era. Algeri is out. Okay? And now they're looking to rebuild. They brought in Bologna's manager. And he is looking to rebuild the squad. I'm going to put it right on the screen. Put it right up there. Put it right up there. He got rid of everyone. This is the transfer of everyone that has been shortlisted that he wants to get rid of at the club. And it is a big list. Federico Chiesa is on there. Kostic is on there. These are signings that Algeri brought in because he thought that they were good. Federico Chiesa was Juve's golden boy. And now he's being kicked out of the club. And that is something crazy. And if Barcelona do go ahead with Chiesa, I think they're just even more dumb. They need a center defensive midfielder. I don't see any transfer talks about that. Their N'Golo Kante stuff, I haven't heard anything about that. I've been checking my phone every single day. Nothing, guys. He's getting closer to West Ham. Alright, guys, the moment you've been waiting for. Joao Felix to Chelsea. Whew, we gotta talk about this one. I think, okay, he's gonna work really nice in the system. He just met with Pedro Neto, the new signing. But let's talk about it. The tactical preset. Chelsea have 43 players on their squad. Enzo Maresca said in an interview he's only working with 21 players. The other 10 or 15 players are not even in his squad. They're just like training elsewhere. Joao Felix, he's got to break into that first team, but is he going to break in as a cam or as a striker? Because remember, we got Victor Osimhen coming in, guys. So you have to really see, is he going to play out wide? How is Maresca going to use him? Is he just going to be a player that's on the bench? If you remember, his campaign with Chelsea on loan was, I would say, lackluster, and I'm a Chelsea fan, but I really wanted to see more from him that season. And if we can see more from him this season, I think it'll be a really nice campaign. And Chelsea have a real chance. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Chelsea have a real chance of advancing. The only thing I'm worried about, Enzo Maresca. If he doesn't have a backup plan, I don't know what's going on with Chelsea. He could be sacked by December if he doesn't have a backup plan. If things start spiraling out, injuries play a big part. Reece James is already out, start of the season. If he has a backup plan, if he knows what's going to happen, okay, these players are now out. We need these players to come in. He has to have a plan and be able to change his tactics like that so that we can get in there. Because that is the only way. That is the only way we're really gonna make it. The mic just cut out, my bad. But I'm excited, guys. Thank you for watching the 5-minute recap. I don't know if it's 5 minutes, it's whatever, but it should be under or over. We'll check. Please, guys, subscribe. I love making these videos. I'm going to try and make a couple more. But thank you guys for supporting. I really appreciate it. Young content creators like me, we're just trying to make it in this world, and I appreciate it. Trying to do big things. Any ideas, guys, please hit me up. You guys got me in the comments. I'll check them. I reply. Don't even worry. That's it for today. Love y'all. God bless.